Hey guys and gals, Mama Bear here with a daily dash of life. Today I will be walking you through how to clean a sewing machine and how to clean your iron. Here's my burnt iron that I will be working on today and cleaning. Here are the supplies that I need. I have some vinegar, baking soda, a wooden stick so that I could smear on my paste onto the iron. I need a scrubber. This scrubber's not very harsh. It's just going to do the job just enough without scratching. Before I start cleaning my iron, I have to turn the iron to the lowest setting I can because it has to be warm while I'm cleaning it. And then when I'm done, I'll turn it off, let it cool down, and then I'll continue to wipe it down. Get all the baking soda and vinegar off with a towel. Speaking of towels, you want to get a couple of towels that you don't mind them getting dirty or messed up, so that if you have to throw them out, you have to throw them out. No big deal. I'm going to start off with the baking soda, and I'm just going to create a paste. A little bit of vinegar. There she blows. That's too runny, so I need more baking soda. There we go. It's getting there.
Looks like glue.
It sure does. But I want a thicker paste.
Can't go wrong with the thick paste.
I like this consistency. Should stick to the iron pretty well. Get my sponge ready. Now to smear. This is my worst part, so that's what I want to start off with. It's been starting to get on my fabric, which I do not like. Gonna give it a second to do its job. Now I'm just gonna start from the bottom up. Apply some pressure. Yucky. Gonna add some more. I can see a little bit of a difference already. Just need to keep putting that elbow grease in there. You could even put some of the paste onto your sponge. Smear it in there. And scrub, and scrub, and scrub, and scrub. See it coming off? This was a bad burn, so it's taking a little bit of time today. Almost done. It's getting prettier. Elbow grease and circular motions for the win. Alrighty. Drum roll, please. those burn marks are gone. Grab some water and dip your towel in it. And then just run it across the plate of your iron. I'm using distilled water. Flip to the dry side and wipe down. Check out all that gunk that has come out. Blech. Now you might notice that there's still some baking soda in the little dots. So you can use a toothpick to get it out, or you can add some water to your iron and steam it out. For this iron, I have to add the water in right here. With the iron off, I'm going to add some, bless you, some water to the iron. Set my iron to steam now. Assistant, can you please turn it back on? My iron should be ready to steam now. So I'm going to shoot the steam out. It did shoot out some baking soda particles, but not enough. So I'm going to have to go back with a toothpick and dig some of it out. I did get my plate cleaned up really well, so I'm very happy with that. Now to get a toothpick, once this has cooled down, and get all the baking soda out of the holes. And that's how you clean the burn marks and the scorch marks off of your iron. Happy sewing! When cleaning your sewing machine, you want to first make sure that your sewing machine is off. You want your needle to be up and your presser foot to be up. You can take the presser foot off if that will help. And you'll need a couple of tools. You'll need a brush to get all the dust out. It could be any brush that you're comfortable with. I typically use this one. This is a blending brush or an eye crease brush for makeup, but I find that it works. As far as taking the screws off, a screwdriver, a sewing machine screwdriver, came with the machine, and I also purchased some because I didn't like the size of the one that I got. But those didn't work. The thing that worked best for me were just some coins. So that's what I'm going to urge you to use. So first things first, I'm going to unscrew this screw right here. The screwdrivers didn't allow me to get in these little spots the way that the coins do. And if you find that a quarter's too big, use a dime. Easy peasy. These are loose enough now for me to just unscrew with my hands now. Put those in a safe place because you definitely don't want to lose those. Then take your bobbin out. And you could just take this whole thing right here out. There's a little lip in the back for you to put your fingernail under, or your finger. Lift, and mine has to be shifted to the side at an angle first before pulling it out. Then I'm going to take this little doohickey out and clean this very well. Get all the dust and lint out of this. And now get all the dust and lint out of this. If you notice that your machine isn't working properly the way that it should, even though you have everything in there correctly, you have threaded everything correctly, it's probably because it needs to be cleaned. When I was sewing a project recently that had baby flannel, I had to clean my machine often because the fabric just kept getting into the machine quicker than cotton, quicker than anything else. And this is good for those hard to reach places. Look at all that lint that came off. This one is great. It has the angle, and I can get in this one really well in these little creases, but this has the length. So that's why I use both. Here's the fun part. Trying to get everything back in just as it was. With my doohickey right here, it's not enough for me to just slide it in and for everything to match up on the sides. I actually have to put this in and twist. Now it's in correctly. Let me zoom in for you. So this is what I'm talking about. This is my bobbin case, and this looks like it's in correctly and fine, and I can go on about my business, but it's not. There's this little lip right here, looks like a little triangle, and that has to be pushed all the way up against this silver part. If that's not done, then it is not installed correctly, and that will throw off your sewing. So be aware of that. The next part I'm putting back in is my metal piece. These little slots right here is where your dog feeds will go through. And this right here has to go underneath this part right here. So to take this out, I have to lift and then turn to get it out. To put it back in, I have to put that little clip underneath the plastic part of my machine and then slide it to the left, and in it goes. And then slide this back. Now I can put my other piece in. Okay, with that silver piece done, I'm going to move on to my gray piece. And these little pieces right here, I have them on both sides, and you might be able to see the ones on the gray as well. These are going to do like an over and under when they come together. Let me put the camera down real quick so that I can do this with both hands. Now both pieces are back together the way that they should be. And remember to check this. Give it a double check because you might have moved it out of place when you were installing this piece. So you just want to make sure that that's fine. Go ahead and get your screws back on. Okay, I can use my fingers at this point, or both. Now this one I can use a quarter because the machine is not in my way. And there you go, locked in. This side, I'll go ahead and use a dime for because the machine is in my way. Nice and tight. Now you can put your bobbin and your bobbin case back in. And then just wipe the rest of this stuff down. And voila, you have just cleaned your sewing machine. Now, wasn't that easier than you expected? I hope you liked this video on how to clean your sewing machine and how to clean your iron. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Toodles!